Hi, welcome to today's yoga class, and we are working on the root chakra this week. So we're going to be focusing on this today. So the chakra system goes way back. It comes from Vedic philosophy, which is the roots of yoga, and it's also got a lot of roots in ancient Chinese philosophy too. So it's a system of where we have energy centers. Most of you would have heard of it by now. So the root is the base chakra out of the main 7 energy centers, and this one is all about the lower body. So it's around the area of the perineum, which is between the anus and sex organs, and it governs the hips, the pelvis, all of the legs, the knees, the feet, the toes, all of the joints in the lower body. It's all to do with how stable we feel, how secure we are, how our relationship is with our finances, our physical bodies, our relationship with food and nutrition. It's also, if you're feeling anxious, then there's a sign that your root chakra might be out of balance. So when it's in balance, we feel really secure and safe and grounded and calm, and a sense of peace and connectedness to the earth. So each chakra is also related to a different element. So we start at the earth, and it's our very foundations. So we want to start here and then work our way up. So the whole purpose of yoga in the beginning was to bring the energy, which is coiled like a serpent in this base chakra, is to awaken the energy through these chakra points, so that the serpent, which is a metaphor for the kundalini energy, can rise up and out of our crown chakra, eventually making us connect to the universal consciousness, so the knowing and the experience that we're all one, that there is no separation, we're all one being experiencing itself in different ways. So this is the roots of yoga. Take what you will from what I'm saying. I'm not here to preach, it's just giving you the background of yoga. So if you'd like to come into a seated position, getting ready to center in, rolling the shoulders back and down. This time we'll turn the palms into Pran Mudra. So we're taking the ring finger and the thumb, touching them together. This helps us to connect to the root, and turning them onto the hands. Closing the eyes down or having a soft gaze in front. And really finding the sit bones rooted and grounded. Starting to focus on your breath. Maybe with each out breath, feel a sense of softening through the sit bones and the pelvis and the legs and the lower body. Softening down into the ground. But from there, gently lifting through the crown of the head so that the spine naturally lengthens. The chin tucked slightly, back of the neck long. Shoulders rolling down, relaxed. And just staying with the breath. Starting to make it deeper and longer. But still focusing on each time you exhale, dropping your awareness down into the area of the perineum, the base of the spine, and the lower area of the body. We're going to work with a little pranayama practice, which is using the breath as a form of meditation. We're going to apply Mula Bandha, which is the pelvic lock, the root lock. So lifting up the pelvic floor. We don't want to squeeze it in, but rather a nice little gentle lift up. So we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe in, we want to imagine that the breath is descending down through the central channel, through the crown, all the way down to the root, to the perineum. At the top of the in-breath, we're going to hold it. Then we're going to lift up the pelvic floor, root lock. Hold it in. for a few moments. Then we will release, root lock, and allow the exhalation to send the energy back up again. So I can talk us through it. Just keeping the hands in Pran Mudra if you can. Finding the breath, nice deep long breaths. So next breath in, imagine that the breath is coming down through the crown, all the way down through the central channel of your body, down to the perineum. Apply Mula Bandha, lift the pelvic floor, hold the breath there on the top. And now releasing that Mula Bandha, exhale and let the energy come back all the way up and out of the crown of the head. Inhale, energy descends down through the crown all the way down to the perineum. Apply Mula Bandha, hold the breath. Release Mula Bandha, exhale, energy comes all the way back up and out of the crown. Again, inhale down through the crown all the way down to the base. Mula Bandha lifts, hold the breath. And release Mula Bandha, exhale, breath all the way back up and out of the crown. Doing twice more, so inhale, breath descends down to the base, Mula Bandha on, holding the breath. Release Mula Bandha, exhale, breath all the way up, out of the crown. And final time, breathing in, breath descends all the way down to the base. Mula Bandha on, hold the breath. Release Mula Bandha, exhale. And just breathing easily a few times there. We'll bring the hands into Anjali Mudra at the third eye center. Make an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's to connect to your root, to connect to the earth, to release any anxiety, fear or worry. And bringing the hands to the heart center. Chanting the mantra for this chakra, which is LAM, L-A-M. Taking a deep breath in. LAM. And exhale. Let's get moving. We'll change the cross of the legs, even and out. And just relaxing down, starting to circle the neck around, nice and big, as if you're drawing circles around in front of you with your chin. Feeling into any stiff or tightness and stopping there. So you have a nice stretch, feeling into your body. Releasing out the top of the spine, the cervical spine, and going in both directions. Syncing up with your breath. So stay connected to this nice rhythmical, smooth breathing. And back to center. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches over. Nice side stretch. Root both sit bones equally. Inhale to lift. Exhale to reach. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Peel that top shoulder open. Exhale, reach a bit deeper. Last time, inhale to create space and exhale to deepen. Inhale to lift it up. Palms touch. Get that length. Lift the ribs from the hips and exhale to the other side. Both sit bones rooted. Inhale to open and lengthen the spine. Exhale to reach. Inhale, turn the chest to the sky. Open. Exhale, reach and deepen. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Coming into a twist. Left hand to right knee. Right hand behind you. Twisting. 3 breaths here. Each in-breath lengthen from tail to crown. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. On the in-breath, lift into center. Straight to the other side with that length. We exhale. 3 breaths here. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen, twist, and lengthen and twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale, draw the hands down through the center line, coming to the heart. Baddha Konasana, so bring the soles of the feet together. Just rock side to side. Feel the rootedness of the sit bones. Inhale to lift, and then exhale. You can round the spine as if you want to bring the forehead to the toes. And as you round the spine, just breathing into the back of the shoulders, back of the shoulder blades, and starting to really connect to the area of the perineum. Noticing any feelings around this place, any sensations throughout the lower parts of the body, the hips and the legs. And then we'll lift up, closing the knees, cross the legs, rolling over, finding all fours. Take a moment to really connect with the ground. So this is the basis of all the poses, is all about our root, our foundations. Look at your hands, spread the fingers, plant underneath all of the knuckles. Bring the shoulders over the hips. When you're ready, start to move through cat-cow. Inhale to dip the spine and exhale to tuck. So apply Mula Bandha here and see how it feels. Imagine that the root chakra is where we are beginning the pose. So at the root, we start to ripple the spine into cow. And then at the root, we start to ripple it back up into cat. And maybe taking it into more organic rolls. Play around with applying Mula Bandha and releasing it. And just getting into the wrists, maybe starting to turn the palms around into wherever feels nice for you. Maybe the hands are out, maybe they're turned all the way in. Really pressing down with the tops of the feet, pressing down through the hands and starting to just make circles as if you're drawing circles around the mat with your belly button, getting into the wrists and finding that connection to the earth one way and the other. And then walking them back down. Mountain heart pose, keep the hips over the knees, walking the hands forward, sink the heart to the ground. Staying there with the breath, feeling that connection to the earth, as if you're sinking your heart to the earth. Heart and earth have the same letters in the word, so there's a deep connection here. Feel your forehead connecting down and the heart center. And if there is any feelings of jitteriness, of anxiety, too much thinking, too much energy in the head, start to just give it to the earth in this pose, releasing it down. With a sense of gratitude for all that she provides, the abundance that we live in, all comes from the earth. She sustains all life. Press into the hands and start to lift back up. We'll come into a wide child's pose, knees wide, big toes together and sitting back. Really lengthen out the body, but using the hands to press the sit bones back. If your head doesn't come down, feel free to stay on the forearms and just keep pressing the sit bones back. Lengthening out the lower spine. And as you stay here, we're starting to connect with the colour red, which is associated with this chakra. So as you inhale, imagine a red, warm glow coming from the base of your spine all the way up your body and out through the fingertips. Each time you inhale, this red colour flooding up your spine, up your body and out through the hands. And again, any worries, fears, anxieties, each time you breathe this red pull it in from the base of your spine, exhaling anything that's unwanted that isn't serving you out through your hands back to the earth, creating a circuit of rejuvenation with the colour red. This colour red maybe is coming up from the earth into the base of your spine and releasing out through your hands. Take a few more breaths there. I'm preparing to come into a downward dog now. So lifting up from this all fours position, tucking the toes under, and we'll come up with bent knees at first. So just lifting the knees up and pressing the chest towards the thighs, keeping the knees bent, and as if you want to really lift and lengthen your hips away from your ribs and press your chest to your thighs. Tilt the pelvis back, so as if you're tilting the tip of your tail up to the sky, and then maybe pressing out one foot and then the other. Walk out your dog. Release out the backs of the legs. Really make your weight in the index finger and thumb. Staying there in down dog. Moving in whatever way you need to release your body. And then when you can, finding some stillness in down dog. And just focusing on the foundations here, so your hands splayed out, rooting, connected, the base of this pose. Wrapping the triceps under, turn the inner elbows towards each other into the sky. Follow your awareness up through your arms. The elbows are not locked, slightly bent, so the muscles in the arms are active. All the way up the sides of the body, up the spine, to the pelvis. And awareness down the backs of your legs, your heels reaching down, feet connected to the ground, like a pyramid pose, pyramid shape with the body. And then we'll start to walk the feet to the hands, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back position, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold it down, soften the knees, releasing it out. Nodding yes, shaking no. And just bending one knee and then the other as you lengthen out the opposite leg. And similar to what we did before, we're going to visualise a circuit of rejuvenation here. If your hands don't come to the ground, that's fine. You can bring them wherever they do come. Soften the knees. Allow the neck to be really soft. Try not to have any crunching. Relax into the position. And again, we're going to imagine this red colour inhaling up through the soles of our feet, from deep inside the earth, lifted up the spine, and exhaling back out through the fingertips, down to the ground. Each time this energy comes in, it's bringing in a sense of safety and connectedness to the earth, and it's releasing away old trapped energies of fear, worry, anxiety. Maybe working with the affirmations, I am safe, I am present, I am home in my body. We'll stay here for a little bit, working with this circuit of rejuvenation. So what we visualise can be very powerful, as well as our intention. I am safe. I am grounded. I am home in my body. This chakra is a 4-petaled lotus, so you might want to visualise it opening out through the perineum. And holding the poses like this is really grounding, connecting us to a sense of stability. Just stay with it. Try not to go into any stories. If the pose feels intense, we will come out soon and that will be over, which is one of the great teachings of yoga,
that everything moves and changes and passes eventually. So when we're in something unpleasant, just know that it will change, because that is the nature of life. A few more breaths in that circuit, breathing in that red earth energy and breathing out old stuff that isn't serving. And preparing to come out, soften into the knees.
Scoop the energy up with a flat back, lifting it up around your body, this red ball of energy, exhaling it down through your centre to your heart. And finding Tadasana, staying at the front of the mat, rooting the feet hip distance, roll the shoulders back and down, open the palms. Feel that connectedness to the ground. Lift up the big toes, the second toes, third, fourth and fifth, and then placing them back down again from the big toes all the way back. Heels rooted, balls of the feet rooted, lifting through the arches of the feet. Pelvis tucked ever so slightly in, and feel this sense of lifting up from the earth, rebounding up through the crown of the head. Shoulders are back and down. Strong and steady mountain pose. And now just visualize the soles of your feet connecting to the ground beneath you, and this force of gravity that holds us down. Dropping that awareness to the soles of the feet, and imagining now roots growing out from the feet, reaching deep down into the earth beneath you. Even if you're a few stories up, just keep reaching down until you get to the earth, reaching into the soil, reaching wide as well as deep, really rooting and planting as deep and as wide as you feel that you need to go to feel steady. Really rooting down. And now we're going to come into Vrikshasana, so we'll bring the weight into the left foot. You can open your eyes, bring it into a fixed position, your drishti, your eye gaze focused. Shift the weight into the left foot, turn the right hip open, heel to the ankle, palms at the heart. Stay here if that's enough, or start to lift that foot up, pressing it below the knee or in the top of the thigh. If you want, you can lift the arms, bringing them into Pran Mudra, so the ring finger and the thumb touch and lifting up. The more you press that right foot on the inner thigh, the more you will feel that it will help you to extend up through the crown of the head. Steadiness, maybe applying Mula Bandha and seeing if that helps you in your core and your steadiness. And don't forget to follow the breath. Steady, equal, smooth breathing. Roots firmly rooted and planted, keeping you steady. Inhale, palms together, and exhale down. Bring the knee forward and release. Shift the weight, find your roots again on the other foot. Firmly connect to them, turn the knee out. And start to come into that pose. We really want this outward exterior turn of the hip. Lost my words then. Forget what body parts are called. So we want the foot below the knee or above. We don't want it pressing on the knee joint. The knee is a tender part of the body, vulnerable area. And if you want, you can do Pran Mudra again, lifting. Stay with the breath, roots strong. And coming back, palms together, drawing it down, knee forward and release. Okay, we'll come into our flowing part of the class. So come into the front of the mat. So we really want to focus on the lower part of the body in this flow. So keep everything connected down to the ground as if the energy is flowing downward and connecting with the earth. palms at the heart, feel the feet. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cascade fold with a flat back.
Folding the forehead to the knees.
Inhale, lift and lengthen. Flat back, looking ahead. Exhale to fold, stepping the right foot back. Dropping the knee. Inhale, up to this low crescent lunge. And exhale, cactus arms sinking down. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, plant the hands either side of that foot. Inhale into a plank. And exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin down. Slide the hands forward, Sphinx position. Holding it here for a few breaths. And exhale, lower down, slide the hands back, tuck the toes. Press yourself up to down dog. You can press the sit bones back first or come straight there. Feeling into the base of the pose, the hands and the feet firmly connected. Pressing into the earth. Index finger and thumb side down. And really press into the left foot as you inhale, reach the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Point the toes up to the sky, come on the ball of the left foot and lift. And then bend that right knee and open out the hips. Try and keep the upper body the same, so pressing the chest through to the thighs and reaching that right heel towards the left sit bone. Reaching the knee to the sky, opening out the hip as if you're stepping right on top of left. And then inhale, lift through three-legged dog, point the right toes, ball of the left foot, exhale, coming back down. Pedal it out, try not to lock out the elbows. And we'll come to the other side. Inhale, lifting it up, point the toes, ball of the right foot, lifting, lengthening. And as you exhale, reach the right heel down and opening out, externally rotating that left hip on top of the right. And reaching the left heel towards the right sit bones, keeping that upper body squared off in down dog. Inhale, lifting back up, three-legged dog, point the toes, lift on the ball of the right foot, and exhale, coming down. Pedal it out. A few cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Take a child's pose if you need to do. And then we'll come back into that low lunge. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. Drop the knee. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sink down into the pose. Open up the arms, cactus position. And inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, square the hands off the front foot. Step the back foot to meet the front as you breathe in. Flat back. Extend crown from tail. Exhale, fold it down. And on the in-breath, gather up that energy. Red colour around the body. Exhale, down to the heart. Feeling this ball of red energy all around you coming up from the earth. Filling you up with stability, safety, a sense of connection to the earth and appreciation for all life. And we'll go again. Slightly different this time. Breathing in. And exhale, folding forward, flat back, forehead towards the knees. Inhale, lift it up, flat back position. Exhale, fold down, left foot stepping back. This time coming into a runner's lunge. Really feel the ground underneath you. Staying here. We want the front knee over the ankle. Sinking heavy to the ground, yet lifting the heart and the crown, looking forward. Stay for a few breaths here. And preparing to come through your vinyasa. Plant the hands at either side of the front foot. Breathing in for plank and breathing out to come down. You can lower the knees first, chest and chin, or coming through chaturanga if you have that in your practice. Inhale for cobra or upward dog. Exhale, find your way that suits you to get to downward dog.
Stay with the breaths there. Find the foundations of the pose. Make all the necessary adjustments you need to. Sometimes it does help to bend the knees and really tilt the tailbone back and up and press the chest towards the thighs just to get that nice length through the back. We don't want to have a rounded back in down dog. If we do, we bend the knees. I spent the first 6 years or so with bent knees and still do it now to make sure that I have a nice lap back, which is the point of the pose. We're going to inhale, lift onto the balls of the feet and ripple forward into plank. And then drop the knees and come all the way down. For cobra, we're going to ripple up and down with the hands. So come onto the fingertips, walk the hands out, fingertips underneath the elbows. Lifting the elbows towards the sky, squeeze the back of the shoulder blades together. And inhale, squeeze the shoulders, chin to chest, lifting up from there. Exhale, rippling back down. Feel the connection with the air, tops of the feet and hips and thighs firmly planted into the ground. Inhale up and exhale, rippling down. The movement starting with the back of the shoulder blades squeezing together to come up and the centre of the heart coming back down. One more time. Exhaling down. Hands slide beside the ribs and coming back to child's pose again. Come back to that breath, so as you inhale, the colour red coming up the spine, flooding the body, and exhaling it out through the fingertips. Stay with the breath. Okay, and then when you're ready, press it into the hands and lifting back up into downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg and exhale, step it between the hands. Runner's lunge, staying here for a moment, feeling heavy through the hips and the legs, heart and crown lifted. Deep breaths. On the in-breath, step the back foot to meet the front, lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold. Coming in, breathing in, scoop all that energy up and round, and exhale, bringing it down. Find that position. My hair is just going wild here, so I'm just going to take a moment to try and sort it out. Tame the beast. So find that connectedness, feel the roots, feel your feet against the earth. We do another flow here. So exhaling, palms together. Inhale to lift. And exhale, folding forward, flat back, forehead to the knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen, up and forward. Press the tail away from the crown. Exhale, fold and right foot stepping back. Sink it down through runner's lunge and preparing to come up to high lunge. Reach the arms forward, root the feet, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, lift Mula Bandha and inhale, come up. Exhale, sink down. You can bend the back knee to scoop the tail under and really sink down. Front knee over the ankle, slide the shoulder blades down the back to the space between them and the ears. Breathe into the belly. And exhale, plant the hands either side of the foot. Move through your vinyasa, breathe in, plank, and breathe out lower. Inhale, lift up to cobra. And exhale, find your down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. And exhale, bend the knee, round the spine, draw the knee towards your nose, shift your weight forward and step it between the hands. Drop the back heel and come up into warrior two. Left arm back, right arm forward. Sink that front knee over the ankle and really squeeze the inner thigh, so we're peeling it over the second and third toes.
Try not to lean forward or back. Try and keep the shoulders over the hips. And we're going to hold it for a little while here. So it is strong. Feeling the strength of the pose and feeling how it really is working our lower body, our legs. Feel as though you're drawing that energy again up from the earth. So we're squeezing into the thighs, maybe lifting Mula Bandha. Your drishti, your eye gaze is strong and steady over the front fingers. Smile. And inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, triangle. Sliding the hands forward, lengthen the side of the body and tilting open. Keep peeling that top shoulder open, top hip back, finding length so that the shoulders and the hands are stacked, rooted with the feet. Remembering the feet, the foundations, feet and legs. Root the feet, inhale to lift up. And exhale, hands to hips. Turn that front toes inwards. Devyasana, goddess pose. So as the toes turn in, we want to turn the feet inwards so that the knees are going to bend over the toes. You can straighten the knees for now. Have a little rest from that strong position. So we're going to flow with the breath here through the goddess pose. As we inhale, we're going to lift the arms up. You can cross them over at the top, and as we exhale, we're going to sink down into the position. Really drop the pelvis down, press the knees over the ankles, and inhale to lift. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lift. Again, you might want to work with the colour red as you're inhaling, scooping it over the body. And exhale down. Couple more times, breathing in, lift Mula Bandha. Breathing out. Lift Mula Bandha to the top and release, exhale down. Mula Bandha once more, inhale, lift. And exhale down. Hands to the hips, straighten the knees, turn the back toes in, front toes forward, and come in through your runner's lunge. Plant the hands either side of the front foot. Inhale, step it forward. Lengthen, flat back position. Exhale to fold. Breathing in to lift and lengthen. And exhale to the heart. So we have the same flow to go on the other side before we start bringing it back down to the ground. Syncing up movements with breath. Staying connected to your body, connected to the ground. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, left foot back. Find that runner's lunge. Connect to the ground. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach the arms forward and inhale, lift it up. High crescent lunge, sinking down. So both hips are squared off, right hip hugging back, left hip pressing forward. Turn on the glutes, lift Mula Bandha. And exhale, move through your vinyasa, plant the hands. Inhale for plank, exhale, come down in your way. Inhale, your back bend, make sure the elbows are tucked. Cobra or an upward dog, and exhale, down dog. Find the foundations of the position, maybe bending the knees and really lifting again. We want space in the sides of the waist. Next in-breath, lift the left leg and exhale, step it through the hands, so round the spine, bring it to the nose and step it forward. So again, warrior two on that side, you can windmill the arms open, right, forward, all the way out. Come in there. Sink that knee over the ankle, pressing it over the second and third toes. steadiness, sinking connection to the earth. Keep sinking, keep feeling all those strong sensations, knowing that they will pass. They are just feelings in the body. Try to have a soft jaw, soft forehead, and maybe even a smile, telling your body you're having a good time. Fake it till you make it, hey. Lengthen that front knee. Lift and lengthen and slide forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Only come down as far as you can before you start collapsing. So don't come all the way down if you're collapsing over. Lift up. Find the opening. It's about space, not how deep we're going. And root the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the hips and turning the toes in and then the heels. Then I'm going to turn back round. So goddess pose on the other side. This time we're going to use Pran Mudra. We're going to inhale, palms touch, and exhale, coming down, Pran Mudra, sinking down. So ring finger and thumb touch. Inhale, lift, palms touch. Exhale, sink it down, bend the elbows, Pran Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it down, Mula Bandha. Exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. Getting mixed up. And one more. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn the right toes in, left toes forward. And then planting the hands again. Finding runner's lunge. Inhale, step it up. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Staying in this forward bend again. Working with this circuit of rejuvenation as we start to bring the energy down. So we're inhaling red up through the legs, up through the base of the spine, and exhaling anything old back down again. Feeling much more balanced with each breath. And that's the intention anyway. The main thing we do here is having an intention and seeing where and how powerful that is, where it can take us. And preparing to come down through Malasana or squat, heel to the feet wide. Take your version of squat, palms together. Really using that to lengthen the crown upwards, back of the spine nice and tall. Calling in stability. The power of the elephant. So this is the animal associated with the root. How connected it is, its heaviness, its feet as it walks. Stability. Stillness and presence. And releasing down. Come into another forward fold, but bending the left knee, so it's kind of like tree pose but seated. Get both hip bones nice and equal. Imagine squaring off the shoulders over that extended leg, so you kind of have to turn towards that leg. Press the foot away from you so the ankle's still flexed. You can't see it properly, but change. Breathing in to lift and breathing out to come forward. So we're going to hold this pose for a little bit. So try and relax into it, but keep connected, keep everything active. So each in-breath, we're working with lifting from the tail to the crown, and each out-breath, we're working with lengthening your forehead towards the toes. Maybe working again with the breath coming up the spine and back down. It's also to do with our skeleton, our teeth and bones. It's the structure, the foundation. of the body. And starting to make the out breath longer. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 3 and breathe out for a count of 6. Keep connecting to the out breath for letting go, the release down to the earth. This downward flow and energy. Staying with the breath, stay with the circuit, stay with the release. And preparing to come out. So just walking the hands back up. And exhale here. I'm going to bring the left hand wide where the knee is bent and press the floor away, just lifting up. Feeling a little back bend, pressing the hips up. And exhale, bring it down. Changing sides. So preparing for the pose, just get seated, square off the shoulders, breathing in to lift and breathing out to come down. So relaxing into the shape but staying connected to the breath and keeping the body switched on, the legs switched on. Inhale, tail to crown, exhale, reaching forward. So breathing in still for 3 and out for 6. Staying with that, letting go. And walking the hands in. We'll take the right hand wide and press up into that counter pose. Exhaling down into the front, upper Vistakhanasana, so the legs are wide. Sit up on a blanket or a cushion if you need to. Take a moment to tilt the tailbone backwards, so it'll help you to lengthen out the lower back. Press the feet away and leaning into it. Maybe you stop in here, or maybe you can go a bit deeper. So feeling the hands connecting to the ground, forearms, and staying with the long out breaths, releasing and letting go. Giving back to the Mother Earth any fears, worries, anxieties from yourself or from those around you, from the community, from the world that we're in. We're all connected, so we can pick up fears that are not just our own. Letting go. Knowing that fear and worry does not help any situation whatsoever. We're always okay in this moment if we stay present. And inhale, lifting back up. Exhale to scoop the knees under. Then lean back. Take a little counter pose to the forward poses. So we're going to try and press the knees over the toes. So rooting the feet down. As you lift up, press the knees over the toes and lift it up. Tabletop position. Squeeze the glutes, lift it up, lift the Mula Bandha. And exhale all the way down. Come right down, slide the feet away from you. Lift the arms over the head and lengthen the body into a full stretch. You can link your thumbs together and lengthen the fingers away from the toes, creating traction in the whole body. And then as you exhale, hug the knees in and rocking side to side. We're coming to spinal twists now. We haven't really done many twists today. So if you want to go quite deep in the twist, then cross the right leg over the left and just lift the hips over towards the right side of the mat, bringing the legs over to the left and lengthening the arms out. To go a bit less intense, you can just bring the knees together and bringing them over. Look to the opposite way and feel the way your body is now surrendering to the ground, the gravity, your back and shoulders, hips and legs releasing. Breathe into that opening in the right side of the body. I am safe. I am present. I am home in my body. I am connected to the earth. Maybe staying with those long out breaths of count of 6. Or maybe extending the count to suit yourself. And then we'll come back to the centre. Hug the knees, rock side to side. And preparing for the other side, so make sure that the hips are central. If you're going to cross the legs over, lift the hips to the left side and bring them over, or come into the other version with the knees together. And full surrender with the back, the shoulders. Long letting go, long exhalations. Maybe coming back to that colour red that we've infused into the body, into the cells. That might start to radiate out from us into the space around the body. I am still. I am here. I trust the process of life and death. I'm coming back to centre now, plugging the knees in again. Let's take a little happy baby, take hold of the feet, inside or out, doesn't matter, and try and bring the ankles over the hips. Press the feet up to the sky, press the tailbone into the mat, and as you press the feet up, pull the feet down towards you, maybe rocking side to side. Feel as though you're grounding your whole spine into the earth. Strong, supported, connected to the earth that sustains us all. And coming back again, just bring the feet wide, bring the arms over the head and just swish the knees side to side. Releasing it out. And then coming into our relaxation pose. If there's any final positions you'd like to do before we get there, then feel free to do that. If you have inversions in your practice or any other last movements and stretches, trust your body. Other than that, just finding anything you need, pillows, blankets, extra, what have you called, clothes. Sometimes words just disappear and all that's left is a blank space, I'm sorry. So, finding that position, lying down, coming into a state of full surrender now, full release to the earth, full softness and letting go of the body. Connecting once again to the energy of the colour red inside of your being and around your being. Feel your whole body releasing and letting go into the ground, with each out-breath becoming softer and heavier, as if the earth is receiving you. Muscles, bones, bodily fluids, even just letting go. And as you lie here now, connecting again to the area of the perineum and this 4-petaled red lotus flower opening out in full bloom. And from the centre of this flower, a cord coming out and going down into the earth, extending again like we did with the roots, reaching through the soil and through all of the layers of the earth, right down through the molten lava, through the rock, crystals, the water that runs through the earth, right down deep into the centre of the earth, into the very core, her very heart, and plugging that cord into this place, the beating heart of Mother Earth, this red beating earth heart plugging into her and feeling that beat, that pulse of life at the heart of the earth. And with each pulse, this heart sending energy up to you. This energy sees you, understands you. It is you. With each beat, it pulses this connective energy towards you. Feeling as though it's an umbilical cord to the Great Mother, into your root, recharging your battery, bringing fresh vitality. And just staying here as you relax with this visualization for a few minutes. preparing to make your way back. Feel the shape of your body, the outline. And just start to make movements in the fingers and toes when you're ready, and the neck. Maybe releasing the jaw and the ankles and wrists. Move and stretch in any way as you start to roll to your right side, transitioning back. But just stopping there for a moment, thanking your physical body, your legs and feet for the ability to walk and run and dance. Thanking the energy of the earth that provides stability, abundance. And start to bring yourself up to the seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, stay connected to the root. Finish, we'll bring the hands again back into Anjali Mudra at the heart. Bring back that intention we made at the beginning of the practice to connect to the sense of stability, the earth. We can chant the mantra once again, Lam, 3 times, breathing in. Lam. 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 Bow the head to the heart, acknowledging the inner world, which is just as important as the outer. So come back with the hands, generate that heat energy to revive the eyes, blink a few times, and come back in your own way. It's also nice to give yourself a little foot massage. Just give a little rub on the toes and the feet. It helps to connect us to the earth. And if you can today, go out into nature with bare feet and walk on the earth and just consciously connect feet to earth. They're doing studies that show that on a quantum physical level, that there's tiny connections going between the earth and ourselves, and it's amazing for chronic pain, fatigue and other general issues. We have become so disconnected. So this is a great practice to do to get grounded. If ever you're feeling anxious or too much in your mind, just get outside, bare feet or bare hands on the ground, on the trees, anything like that. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. See you next time.